Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into episode number 20 of the Stock Guy and Alex Show, the podcast covering topics around this world: business, news, markets, money, sports. Guys, when people are talking about it, Stocky and I are also talking about it. This show can be watched, listened, and viewed on YouTube and Spotify. And guys, follow the show on Twitter, Insta, LinkedIn, TikTok, all the other major socials. Everybody, welcome on in. Stocky coming off fresh of an Uber Eats order. You're looking good, man. We took a week off, but we're back at it, bro. What's up?
We didn't take a week off. You canceled on me.
Put a pause on it for a week.
Didn't we put a pause on a few weeks ago? It's okay. It's not your fault. I've had a roller coaster of emotions today, so I'm still trying to digest everything that has happened today, and I don't want to take it out on you.
What is that smile you got all of a sudden?
Because it's a hell of a... Let me tell you the roller coaster day I had today. Okay, so first of all, new nanny had to quit, or not quit, but she had to have emergency or whatever. She stopped working. We lost our old nanny. We've gone through like 9 nannies, right? So I had to take yesterday or the day before off, and that was a problem. And then there was yesterday, and then the in-laws are coming. I have to go pick them up tomorrow. So my wife's happy, but we have to do a lot of yard work and housework and stuff to get ready for them, because they're going to be here for fucking 4 months, man. Whose family lives in their fucking house for 4 or 5 months?
Bro, they're coming for 4 months?
But here's the thing. So I'm like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. You know what I do? I'm going to be a game changer, all right? My family's coming from India, and I was like, you know what? I want to be that good son-in-law. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy a bidet, okay? I'm going to get a bidet. I don't use bidets. I was assaulted by a bidet once, but I don't use them. I think they're horrible. They're stupid, whatever. But you know what? I was like, you know what? Maybe it would, because that's what they use in India. Let me go buy one. So I bought one, whatever. Today, went and did my stream. Market was crap. Got the car rental. Everything was fine. Then I started organizing. I open up a drawer, and I have a literal pile of cash that I found that I didn't know I had. Okay. I haven't counted it yet, but there's stacks of 1s and 20s and 50s. So I'm like, hey, this is a good day. Okay. I'm like, there's money I didn't know about. So I'm super happy. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. So I get down in the room, and then I go put on the bidet. All right. First of all, it comes in, it's nice. I put it on the toilet. I can't get the fucking toilet seat to work correctly because it's just not built for that attachment add-on. So I'm cussing, my thumbs hurt. I'm trying to drill it in. It's not working, whatever. But I finally get the bidet on. And so I look at it, I read the instruction thing, and I look at the back of this thing, and there's just this little square box. I'm like, that doesn't fucking work. How does that work? There's a box. How does this splash your booty hole? So I go over and I look at the little turn knob, right? And I turn it, and then I hit the lowest, and I see water just pour out the back of it. So I'm thinking, fuck, it's broken or something. Like, this isn't the right bidet. It doesn't work. So then I'm sitting there, and I'm still on the lowest, and I turn it to feminine, which I didn't realize there was a difference. And I hit the button, and it shoots a goddamn rocket of water into my fucking head and my face and the wall. And I have now been, okay. Apparently, there's a little door that opens up, and it shoots out from there. I didn't know this. And when the hell did the low setting shoot across the room? I'm afraid to put it on high setting.
What is the brand? Is it, you get that Tushy brand? Is that what it's called?
No, I got one that has like different settings and different temperatures and different pressure. I'm convinced that if the low setting goes 10 feet, I'm considered the feminine thing is just a masturbation thing at this point. Like, I feel like you just turn it all the way down when you don't have a shower head and just sit there and go for a ride. Ladies, well on you, but I got hit. There's even a video of it. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a video of me getting hit in the face with the bidet.
You need to, I'm sorry, that all happened today?
Yes, like 2 hours ago.
No wonder you're so frazzled when we got on the call. You were just like, you felt like you were all over the place. I understand now.
I was still trying to drill the damn toilet lid down, and I was like, fuck this. I got to go do my podcast.
There is a brand called Toto, and they have a product.
I don't want to hear it. I've already installed it. It's done. It's done. My wife tried it out. It worked for her.
I know you don't want to hear it, but I want to explain it for everybody that's listening.
Her parents found out. Well, this is not sponsored, but her parents found out that I bought a bidet, and they're super happy.
Well, see, you did the good son-in-law thing. But if anybody's listening, there's a brand called Toto, and they have a product called Washlet, and I'm pretty sure this is like top of the line bidets, and they're like 10 grand a pop.
Why do you have to squirt water up your butt? Like, why can't you just be civilized and wipe your ass? Like, hey, that's the only way to get clean. No, it's not the only way to get clean. It's just splashing water on shit. Okay, maybe it works for ladies, but I know guys who have hair in that area, and if there's anything caught on it, the water ain't getting it. And then what happens is the water jet hits the back of your crack, takes the poop, and hits your balls. You're getting poop on your balls. That's all you're doing.
I don't think that's exactly what's happening there. I think a bidet.
Yes, it is. That is how physics work.
I think a bidet is pretty useful. I just pulled up the website here, Toto Washlet, and everything looks very amazing. It is it's got a little bar here, and it's squirting out. It looks like it is squirting out across the room. It's got a self-cleaning
You know what's
wand.
really fucked up? Those people that are like 500-600 pounds, they can't reach it, so they have to get a loofah and put toilet paper on it and do like this to get to wipe their ass.
Oh, do you sit down when you wipe? You don't stand up, right?
How the fuck do you wipe standing up if your butt cheeks are clenched together?
People do it.
No, they're not doing it properly.
I didn't say they did it correctly. I'm saying people do it. They stand up.
Well, those people are also serial killers.
Bro, this is actually going on now. What is incredibly... So this is 6+ minutes from our last podcast where we talked about most of the time on the last podcast. It was 2 weeks ago, so I don't know if you remember. We talked about your infatuation with how I sit down to pee at night whenever it's dark.
I'm not infatuated with it.
You were kind of obsessed.
I very rarely find a man who's that subservient to his wife that he sits down to pee at night. And I was very curious. My curiosity was piqued, and I went with it. I apologize. I don't apologize, but I'm gonna say I do if it was too personal for you. But I felt like this was it was like learning something new. It was like seeing a Aboriginal tribe seeing the white man for the first time. Like he's touching, he's wanting to know. You know.
I'm good, bro. See that I'm secure in my bathroom practices enough.
Very.
Not to be wavered by you. I have sat down consistently ever since our last podcast.
Listen, nothing wrong with sitting down to pee because your wife doesn't want you getting on the seat. I'm totally secure in it. Did you do it before you were married and moved in? No. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I answered that one wrong. I probably answered. I'm kind of an idiot, so I say dumb things sometimes. So I probably said something wrong. I probably answered that incorrectly.
Yeah. Okay. How about we move on to things that are purchases that are not bidets but are significantly more expensive? Like, I don't know, 10% of a company.
Yeah, guys. Elon Musk. If y'all didn't hear, Elon Musk owns 10% of the common shares of Twitter. And the big news from today is that he decided that he's not going to join the Twitter board. But yeah, over the past about week, he has been gobbling up shares left and right of Twitter, and he's been tweeting like insane amounts. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Elon Musk on Twitter, but he like just says a lot of crazy stuff. I still say this, and I maintain this. Since Trump got banned from Twitter, the Elon Musk account is the most influential single account in the all of the Twitter world. So it makes sense that a guy with that much cash is going to go out there and buy his position on Twitter.
This is just a my dick is bigger move. And why not, right? What do we talk about before when we talk about like art and other stuff? Really rich people are bored. They've done everything. They've got everything. They're looking for excitement in their lives. You know what? Shake it up a little bit. Why not? Shake it up a little bit. Stir up the pot. Buy 10%. He actually started buying in January. This is the same guy who tweeted out that that Twitter is a shit platform and needs to be and there needs to be an alternative, right? Which caused the stock to drop, and then he ended up buying more. Not saying that he did that on purpose, but whatever. And then turns out he owns 10%. Then he gets offered a board seat, and and he's considered a passive investor, meaning that he's not trying to make any changes. He's just buying because he likes the company. Then he filed with the SEC that he's not a passive investor. He's actually an active investor. Then when it turned out that the board seat said that he can't have more than 14.9% of the shares to be on the board, he still was like, okay. And then all of a sudden he turned down the board. And it's like, wait, did they say we'll give you a board seat, but you got to stop talking about changes you're going to make on Twitter because that's against the company rules? And he's probably like, yeah, fuck that. I'm going to not stay on the board. I don't care. I'll just continue because I'm still 10% owner. You have to do what I say in a lot of ways anyways. Plus the amount of people I've brought in to buy shares, probably my single, vote will probably account for 20% of the company. So yeah, get fucked.
So the Twitter CEO, Parag Agrawal, I hope I pronounced that correctly, was talking about all this publicly. And he comes out and says, we were excited to collaborate and clear about the risks. We also believed that having Elon as a fiduciary of the company, where he, like all board members, has to act in the best interest of the company and all our shareholders, was the best path forward. The Twitter CEO did not say whether Musk gave specific reasons for changing his mind about taking on the new obligation. Encouraging company employees to remain focused, Agarwal said, there will be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. Elon has decided not to join our board. I sent a brief note to the company sharing with you all here. That was from Parag on Twitter. Yeah, man, I think this just proves how distracting billionaires can be if they want to be. You know, how just like attention seeking, if they want attention, they can just go out there and do whatever the hell they want, say whatever the hell they want, and it gets all the attention of the entire world. There's all these other things going on in our world that are actually big deals. But here's Twitter and the conversation about Elon Musk on the board. It seems to be big, huge, massive headlines on all these websites. So yeah, and here we are talking about it, man, feeding fuel to their fire.
I think the most powerful billionaire that's behind the scenes, whatever, not powerful, but the most like quiet, whatever, is the third most wealthy person in the world. You never know who that person is. I know who he is because I pay attention to it. But the third wealthiest person in the world, sometimes the second wealthiest, depending on the year, is somebody you don't know. Because you always hear about Bezos, right? Amazon, and he's out there doing all kinds of like grants. He's going into space. You got Musk. He's always visible. He's always out there making crazy stuff. You've got Facebook and Zuckerberg. You got Meta. You got all the crazy stuff he does. You've got Bill Gates and the Bill Gates Foundation and buying up the land and the vaccines. You've got all these people out there. But the guy who owns Louis Vuitton, right? This guy and his family quietly has been the number 2 or number 3 recently. I don't know if it's changed in the last couple months because we now have less billionaires in the world, but quietly been the third wealthiest guy in the world, and you never hear a peep out of him. He's the kind of guy who makes me think that he runs a lot of shit, and he probably is into like occult shit and like sacrificing, I don't know, babies or whatever they do. But not don't come after me. That's not slander. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, I know it's a goat and not a baby. But the thing is it's like that guy is just like super wealthy, just in the shadows. You know what I mean?
Bernard Arnault worth 200 billion. Bro, what else is he involved in besides Louis Vuitton? There's no way he's worth 200 billion because of the Louis Vuitton.
Well, I mean, that was part of it. There's other. You'd be surprised how much money fashion brings in. I mean, Rihanna became a billionaire because of makeup. I mean, Kim Kardashian, Kylie or Caitlyn, whatever the fuck her Jenner name is, that makeup. I mean, you'd be surprised. Once again, what people don't understand is 80% of all consumer spending in the world is done by women. Women hold the fucking power. And I had a whole conversation way too loud late last night walking the dog with my wife about this, about how marriage is the biggest fucking scam and women are the whatever. But the thing is that women are 80% of consumer spending, and how it is. If you want groceries in the house and you're married, guess what? Your wife doesn't let you go do that shit. She goes and does it. Kids need stuff for the school, they go and do it. You want something to buy in the house, you run it by your wife and she either buys it or gives you the approval. 80% of consumer spending is done by women. And I'm not saying that he only got rich from that, but I'm just saying don't sleep on how much money makeup and clothing lines and bags will bring in.
So I know we've talked about this before, Bezos and Elon Musk being 1 and 2, but this article on Yahoo, published in August of 21, so what, 8 months ago or something like that, it claims that Louis Vuitton's CEO Bernard Arnault is actually wealthier than Bezos and Musk and Buffett and Gates. He's actually number 1. He's the richest guy in the world.
He's number 2 now because Elon made so much money on not just Tesla stock running again, but also that whole paying $10 billion to make $50 billion with the whole option there. So he's and plus he's got private wealth as well.
And so Arnault, it says Arnault is the face behind LVMH, a luxury empire that includes not just the 3 iconic brands in the company's name, but also such revered fashion houses as Christian Dior, Fendi, and Givenchy. I don't know if I've never heard of Givenchy before. I think I've heard of Fendi, and I know Christian Dior. It says other brands you may recognize include Dom Perignon Champagne, Sephora Cosmetics, and just this past January, his company acquired Tiffany & Co. for $15.8 billion. Okay, so he's basically got a portfolio of luxury brands.
He's back down to number 3. He's back down to number 3. So as of this month, you've got
here's a little bit more though.
At $273 billion. You've got Bezos at $188 billion, and then you've got Arnault at $148 billion.
So it says his father, Jean Arnault, made his fortune in construction, and the younger Arnault started his career working for him, eventually taking over as president in 1979. 5 years later, for $15 million, he bought up Boussac Saint Frere, a company whose assets included Christian Dior. Then in 1988, he maneuvered to take a majority stake in LVMH.
Bro, he has a 97.5% stake in Christian Dior, which is $120 billion. And
wow, Christian Dior is worth $120 billion?
Well, his stake is Moelis and Company, 22.6 billion in public assets, Hermes equity, undisclosed stake, and he has 10.7 billion in cash.
Just 10 billion in cash. I mean, that's incredible.
Bezos has 15.6 billion in cash.
So this guy Arnold just basically owns a portfolio of luxury goods. Can you imagine how many of those Toto washlet bidets are in this guy's houses all over the world? That guy buys $10,000 bidets, but to the tune of like
I feel like he has a bidet. I'm going to be honest with you. He doesn't seem like a bidet guy to me.
If you own all these luxury brands, why would you not be a bidet guy? You're easily a bidet guy.
No, he's not a bidet guy. You want to wipe your own ass. Because nothing else in your life is done by other people. You have to own some kind of ownership of your life and your body. And I feel like wiping your ass is a very sacred. I'm doing this myself.
So positing like that last remaining autonomous sort of like moment of your life.
Someone else wakes you up. The AI generated in your house wakes you up, makes your coffee, makes your breakfast. Somebody's out there, putting your shoes on for you, picking out your outfit, cleaning your house. You're paying like several different people to fuck you. You've got, people driving you everywhere, people doing everything. Oh, yes, man. You have nothing that's you anymore. And so you want a little bit of ownership. Like he probably doesn't even masturbate anymore. Like he probably only has wiping his ass at this point. And I respect that.
Yeah, you know what? Probably. But rich people doing rich people things, man. Speaking of rich people doing rich people things, we talk about sports every now and again, and it's a big, huge, massive rabbit hole for us. But there was a massive bombshell. According to the Boston Globe, they published this article, and obviously Boston's got a rooting anti-interest or an anti-rooting interest in Tom Brady, given that he left their city. But Boston Globe,
just come out and say it. Boston's a racist city. I get it. Go ahead.
They published this story saying a secret plan, a bombshell lawsuit, and a soccer match inside Tom Brady's unretirement. They're probably going to tell a very detailed, sensational story here, guys. The gist of it is that Tom Brady retired from the Buccaneers and had this secret plan to become part owner of the Miami Dolphins. Him and Sean Payton, who was the coach of the New Orleans Saints, both retired respectively from their organizations under the guise of, hey, we're done. And they post these like Instagram posts that are like, hey, thank you for the career, all this stuff. I've decided I'm going to spend more time with my family. And then 6 weeks later, Tom Brady says, oh, never mind, I'm staying with the Bucs. And it all comes out that it was because he flew, or it was because Miami sort of screwed the pooch, fired their African-American head coach in such a way that it appeared to be discriminatory against him, discriminatory practices. So Brian Flores, the coach, filed lawsuit against the Dolphins. And because of that lawsuit, it muddied it up for Brady and Peyton. And they said, we can't do this anymore because they would open up discovery of cell phones and emails, and we can't be traced to have all this stuff happening behind the scenes. So we're just going to keep it easy. Brady unretired and goes back to the Bucs. That is quite a tinfoil hat story. That is that as far as the NFL goes, that's as tinfoil hat as it comes.
I think if it turns out that the guy that got screwed over with the $500,000 ball, I think Brady owes him $500,000. I mean, it just what it is. Listen, name me a more iconic duo, Brady and controversial shit like that. Okay, we all remember Deflategate. All right, what is your opinion on Deflategate? Was it as big of a deal? Okay. As they made it, or do you think it was overdone because people were just trying to go after Brady?
The Colts lost the game like 49-7. 0.5 PSI in a ball wasn't going to allow their defense to all of a sudden remember how to play football. They got dusted. I'm not in the camp.
What about Belichick filming practices?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty sketchy. I mean,
okay.
That's
what about the
sketchy.
Colts pumping in sound?
The Colts pumping in sound.
Yeah, you remember like 15 years ago when the Colts were like it was turned out that they were pumping in sound into the stadium, like extra loud, like cheers and shit. Like they were pumping in sound to make the stadium louder than it really was.
No, I didn't know that one. But I mean, they did fine. I mean, the Colts won their division for like 15 straight years or something with.
No, we won it in 96 and 2000. No, we didn't win it in 2008, did we? No, we came wild card. Never mind. Fuck it. Well, I know we beat the Steelers in the playoffs every year, but whatever.
It won it a lot with Peyton. Either way, this is a pretty tinfoil hat story. Boston Globe published it.
Why is it always Miami? Why is it always Miami? Okay. It was like 97 Marlins. Like they bought the World Series and then fired everybody. Right. And then you've got like Derek Jeter coming down Alex Rodriguez coming down and buying part of the team. Then you got, the whole thing with the guys doing the soccer, things that turned out to be like shady backdoor shit. Yeah. And then like the baseball. I mean, it's just like always like the casino thing that was happening in Miami. And that turned out to be like all fraud and all this money from South America that's laundered into the city, which makes everything too expensive. Why can we just one hurricane? We just need one fucking hurricane is all we need to just kind of cleanse everything. Not like kill anybody, but just like cleanse the palate.
It's just because it's so easy to get in and out of the country from Miami. You know what I mean? So people are just like, they come and they go.
That video of that turtle they found that was wrapped up in 50 kilos of cocaine that they found in the ocean?
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, so there's like a turtle, like all these bales with, if you just Google or if you just YouTube turtle swimming with cocaine, you'll see it. I'm going to be honest with you. It was an awesome video, but I think that turtle was a mule. I think the turtle was, I don't think that was an accident. I think that turtle was getting busted and just tried acting like he didn't know. They hired that turtle, or it was a fake turtle, and they were just, that would be the perfect thing though, right? Put your coke on a turtle, remote control, send it. If they find the turtle, they set it free and they're like, oh, poor thing, and you lose the coke. Otherwise, it's the perfect mule. It's the perfect fucking mule to get cocaine from Colombia to Miami. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, of course it's a mule. Why would it? Are you saying
it's
that
a turtle, Alex? What are you talking about?
Are you saying that this was not intentional and it just coincidentally happened to?
Coincidentally, yeah, exactly. That's way too many bales of cocaine.
But are you saying that people think that this was a coincidence?
Of course, they're feeling bad for the turtle. Like, oh, poor turtle got caught up in this and has been swimming with it for miles, and poor thing's probably tired. That poor turtle's probably can't speak English, but is probably speaking in turtle, going, please don't take this shit. They've got my family. Please, don't just kill me. Don't let me go. Please don't take the coke.
Whatever sort of perverse Disney sort of script this is that you're like off Disney.
There's some cartel member in Mexico like eating fucking turtle stew out of the shells of that guy's wife and kids right now.
Oh my God, bro. Dude, this is actually ridiculous.
Finding Nemo Part 3.
That's so much cocaine, man. That is so much. But the Tom Brady, of course.
Finding El Tortuga.
Bro, because people go to Miami and it's just like, what are they? I mean, isn't it Miami Vice City, bro?
Well, some people go to Miami. Other people just don't show up because their flights got canceled.
Dude, so many flights getting canceled. Also, last time I was there, you were out of town, which was unfortunate. Missed timing. But Miami, dude, Vice City. Like, that's just what happens, man. People want to go to Miami. That was the whole LeBron's whole thing, man. LeBron was like, I'm going to leave Cleveland and I'm going to go play for the Miami Heat. But he didn't say I'm going to go play for the Miami Heat. He said, I'm going to go to South Beach. He was basically saying, I didn't go to college because I skipped it so that way I could start my professional career. I need a go at some.
I remember I was working at a hotel in South Beach when he was down there, and he went to one of the, I won't say the nightclub that's on South Beach, but he went there and he dropped $185,000 that night.
What?
$185,000 bar.
What, on just bottle service and everything?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. It's just like, he was like, I'm going to take my talent to South Beach.
And you know what's funny is he makes so much money, not just from his contract, not just from his investments, not just from his sponsorships, endorsements. He makes so much money that $185,000 he doesn't even realize. It's like going out to, you and I going out to, well, you're rich, but it's like me going out to the club and spending like $150. Like, yeah, it's a little bit, but who cares?
$150 is a little bit. Yeah, and I'm the rich one.
In South Beach.
And I'm the rich one.
South Beach?
Yeah, of course. Dude goes to South Beach because all he wants to do is party and live it up. And that's probably, Brady's probably thinking, oh man.
Listen, we all want to go party. We just don't have that kind of money. And the thing is either you get a job that you hate and you make it, because you're not a sports star, right? You either get a job you hate and make a lot of money, or you get a job you love and don't make a lot of money. And then you have to decide what's more important, doing what you love or making money so that you can do whatever. So I don't know. Maybe I need to quit streaming and go test shitty video games and harass women at a company for $20 an hour.
Well, definitely don't harass women. But according to the article, I'm just
thinking about with the company, it's one of the perks.
Yeah. Well, okay. One of you're such an asshole, man. According to this article on The Verge, Activision Blizzard is giving 1,000 game testers full-time jobs and pay bumps.
Like that adds $5 per hour just to me, go ahead.
Activision Blizzard is giving 1,000 game testers full-time jobs and pay bumps. Nearly 1,100 temp game testers are getting full-time jobs with benefits, guys. So you can just get paid to play video games and test games. So according to the article, it says Activision Blizzard has just announced that all temporary and contingent QA workers of its Activision Publishing and Blizzard divisions are being converted to full-time employees, meaning nearly 1,100 game testers are getting full-time jobs with benefits. They'll be making higher wages too, with a new minimum hourly rate of $20 an hour. There's a full statement from Jessica Taylor, the Activision Blizzard Vice President of Corporate Communications, all this stuff about how they're going to be playing more games. Guys, go apply for this job. I mean, so if you don't have a job right now, go apply for this job.
They don't even have to do recruiting. They just need to go on Twitch and go into a Hot Tub Streams chat. You got these guys playing Valorant in one tab and telling women that I want to suck your toes, bitch. And then triple kill. Hey, let me. I want you to spit in my mouth, you whore. Okay. That's just.
That's funny. Listen, you're an asshole, right? When you said the thing before, but that whole bit right there. That's a funny bit. That's a funny bit.
Perfect.
That's very, very
and
funny.
Get paid to do exactly what you do all day, anyways. It's perfect.
That's a funny bit. It says the change follows significant worker activism after Raven Software, an Activision studio known for its work on the Call of Duty series, announced in December that it was going to lay off QA contractors. Some workers went on strike in protest, and some have since created a union, the Game Workers Alliance, which it formed with Communications Workers of America. Have you used that bit on your stream, or will you use that on your stream? Where is that newly incepted in your mind?
That was just off the top of my head.
Yeah, so then you'll use that on your stream probably tomorrow.
Why do you have to derail the whole thing to just take a shot at me?
I'm not taking a shot at you. You think that's a shot at you?
You're going to recycle that, huh, buddy?
You probably will.
We're in the middle of a fucking
funny
conversation,
Bro,
and you halted the fucking conversation just so you could take that
comedians
jab.
across this entire country used recycled bits in every single new city
But nobody
they go to.
stops their monologue to point it out.
No, I got to the end of my paragraph, and then I realized that, Stocky, I want to know, did you use that today, or will you use it tomorrow? Because it's very funny. You shouldn't let that... I don't
know. Do you ever realize that the Chicago Bull emblem, if you turn it upside down, looks like a robot reading a book?
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that on social media.
Or he's massaging some titties. But speaking of jobs of doing stuff that's either playing or watching or whatever, listen, Magellan TV is doing a little thing that I think is fucking smart. I mean, why pay influencers? Because if you go on YouTube, like I listen to a lot of history YouTube and stuff like that, and they're all sponsored by Magellan. Magellan shells out all this money for that. Magellan said, you know what? Fuck that. I think we have a better way. Instead of paying $10,000 per video for all these different influencers, I got a way that we could bring way more traffic, eyes, and money to our site, our product, by doing a contest that is so fucking great. Why don't you tell them? Hey, Alex, why don't you tell the audience what I'm talking about?
Hey, guys. So if you're interested in not only playing video games and making money, apparently you can also just watch true crime and make money. According to their website, literally magellantv.com/crime/watch/stream/job.
Let me stop you there real quick. To the men who are interested in the Activision job, this is not going to apply to you. This is it's going to apply to a different demographic. So go ahead and stop here. Go ahead and look at that. The next demographic I'll get to. Finish up.
It says crime doesn't sleep, but it pays. We're hiring. Binge watch 24 hours of true crime and we'll pay you $2,400. Turn your passion for true crime into a paying job. For the third year in a row, Magellan TV is looking for a true crime fanatic to take on a 24-hour true crime marathon and document their experience. We're willing to pay you $100 an hour. Will you be the one chosen? So it's just one. It's not 1,100 of these guys, but I mean, you're gonna. Dude,
but this is perfect because here's the thing. These are two. We're hitting all demographics today, right? You've got your just ravagely horny, angry incel guys that play video games for the Activision one, and then you've got this one for the ladies. Now, hold on, Alex. Before you say, Stocky, what do you mean for the ladies? What does that sound sexist? You're absolutely right, but I don't mean it to be sexist. What I mean is no one loves true crime more than women. Okay, my wife I just wanted to get rid of her for a while, right, at night because I just like, I had stuff to do. And she's like, I need a new show. I'm done with Sex and the City and I'm done with all this stuff. I said, watch this Inventing Anna shit. She's like, what is that? I'm like, it's about like a fake heiress and she comes to America and she fakes all this stuff and it's a crime thing and she gets busted like that. And she's like, ooh, sounds fun. Let me check it out. She binge watched the whole thing. Do you want to know why? Because women think they're little fucking Sherlock Holmeses. And I'll tell you what, it's not wrong. I swear to God, we need to, I don't know if I said this before, but we need to clear out the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, the every goddamn intelligence agency in the world and hire only women. Why? Because there is no one in this world better at getting to the bottom of some bullshit or finding some shit out than women, okay? You put your phone down when you're done with it and kind of leaving it up. Oh my God, so what you doing that for? Who's that? Why was there this here? And they will go through fucking years of Facebook posts and messages and stuff like that to find out. And most of the time they find nothing and you don't even realize that they did it. You don't even know that they did it because they didn't find anything. But God forbid if they find some shit that happened that happened 6 years ago while you guys were out at a fucking Carrabba's because Olive Garden was packed. And the only reason you were going to Olive Garden was because you said, where are you going to go eat tonight? And she goes, I don't care anything. Okay, how about this place? No. Okay, what about this place? I'm not sure. What about this place? That wasn't so good anyways. All right, well, where do you want to go eat? Wherever you want to go. What do you mean wherever I want to go? I literally just named like 9 places that I want to go. Yeah, but they're just not interesting to me. So what about this place? Okay, fine. Let's go to, I know. Let's go here because you like the fucking garlic stick. So we go there and there's no fucking garlic bread there because we can't get a seat because it's over fucking packed because nobody's fucking working anymore because COVID hit. So we go to fucking Carrabba's and we're at Carrabba's and I'm really nice and chatty to the waitress even though she's only a fucking 4 out of 10 on a good day, 6 out of 10 if I'm horny. But I'm really nice to her because, hey, listen, what you want to do is you want to be nice to people who are in the service industry. I've worked in the service industry. I know what it's like to be shit on. You're nice to people, and sometimes they're nice to you. I like to be nice to them. So I'm nice to the lady, and all of a sudden, I don't hear anything that night. Nobody says anything. Car ride's fine. Everything's fine. 6 fucking years later, we're out somewhere. I say some shit about some purchase she made on Amazon for too much money, and then oh, you didn't seem to have such a big problem with that waitress at Carrabba's. The fuck are you talking about? We haven't been at Carrabba's in 6 years. Exactly. You don't think I forgot? This happens every time. What do you mean every time? It's been quarantine. We haven't gone anywhere. So you know what my point is that this is a great opportunity for a woman out there who is into true crime.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I know when you black out, and you blacked out at least 75 seconds ago. I know when you black out. You blacked out at least 75 seconds ago. You have no idea what you just said.
No,
Guys,
I was talking about breadsticks.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said Carrabba's has good breadsticks.
No, Olive Garden has breadsticks. Yeah. Oh, now I remember where I was. No, I was kidding.
Guys, so listen, you want to make money watching true crime? Apparently you have to be a woman, according to Stocky's story.
You don't have to be a woman. I'm just saying that women would be perfect if we had women. All I'm saying is 9/11 wouldn't have happened if women were in charge. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, if your take here is that my wife is smarter than me, 100%.
No. September 10th, 2011. Just tell your girl that someone in Afghanistan texted you, "Hey babe, are you up?" It's over. We find bin Laden the next day. We take down the terrorist organization. We have cell phone records, Facebook. We have money trails and everything just for that. That's all I'm saying.
Girls are like that though, man. Like it's not.
That is sexist, Alex.
Listen,
I'm actually disappointed right now.
Listen,
this is a family show.
Girls are like that, man. Like they're good at finding shit out. Like they're good at it. Like they'll.
You know what else girls do? They sit down when they pee.
Oh, you should try it. It's night. It's night.
Pirate ship boy.
It's night. It's dark out. You need to sit down. Just take a seat. During the day, go outside.
Listen, it's hot in Florida, okay? There's a lot of people out there.
You also have neighbors.
Right?
I don't have neighbors.
Listen, I don't have neighbors in my backyard either, but I don't want the smell of piss everywhere because it's so hot, okay? That's not what I do. Actually, I pissed in a bottle today for the first time since I was in the military because I was busy doing something and I didn't want to get up. And then because it's the fucking all I own is Gatorade Zero Orange, okay? This is all I own. And the problem is that all of these are orange. My drinks with elderberry are orange and my Madrinas Tropical is orange. So I pissed in one of these bottles and put it on my desk and I almost drank the goddamn thing because I was distracted and it looked like this fucking color here. So
when did this happen?
Today.
What are you doing, man?
I told you it's been a roller coaster day for me.
What are you doing? Did the bidet traumatize you so much you can't even get in the same room?
No, but this isn't. Look.
You can't even get in the same room as your toilet? You were that traumatized by your damn bidet? You pissed in your Gatorade bottle? Now you're a father.
Look at what I found when I was cleaning out my drawer.
And ladies and gentlemen,
I found this when I was cleaning out my fucking drawer. Oh my God.
If you are confused about where Stocky lives, this is the 100% what happens in Miami. People just find stashes of cash like this.
Look at this. This was in my fucking drawer, dude.
That was either planted or that's fake. That's not real money. That was either planted or that's not real money. Where did that come from?
How is this not real money?
For those that are listening, maybe you're on Spotify, maybe you're on YouTube and you're just listening because you're driving or something. The stack of cash that Stocky just showed is movie level. That's a movie level stash of cash, bro. I mean, I see some ones. You showed a 50 before.
There's
on the
a lot
outside.
of money. I don't know. There's a couple stacks of ones, 20s, some 50s. I don't know.
That's insane. Hold on. Where did you find that?
In my drawer, in my nightstand.
And how long has it been there?
I know some of it was from November. The rest of it, I don't know.
That's amazing. I thought you were gonna say like 6 years or something. Like
no, that was Carrabba's.
Like the day you got back from Carrabba's, you were like, "Yo, I don't know what's about."
No, my money.
You're like, I know my wife was looking at me
because massage places don't take cards, and I don't want my money showing up anywhere.
You were like, I know my wife heard me talking to that waitress.
Listen,
I better
don't know what
stash
to
my
buy.
cash.
Listen, I buy shit. I don't steal it, okay? If I want something, I go out and buy it. I don't like a paper trail, whether it's a massage, whether it's maple syrup. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm not going to steal it. I'm going to pay for it, but I just got to make sure that there's no paper trail.
Say, get fucked, pirate shit boy.
That's right, pirate boy. You got this. Come on.
I steal shit in that video game, but you're telling me if push came to shove, if you're sitting there, let's say it's breakfast, you got maybe a plate, you got pancakes, you got waffles, you don't got any syrup, you wouldn't go to the ends of the earth to steal some maple syrup to make sure that your wife and your 1-year-old kid didn't have some syrup?
No, I don't fucking use syrup on my pancakes because I'm not a bitch, okay? I have maple syrup, organic maple syrup in the house because it is what it is, but I don't use syrup on my pancakes, okay? I don't need syrup on my pancakes because I don't get shit pancakes. I get pancakes with shit inside of them, okay? I get pancakes with chocolate chips in them and banana slices on top of them. I get them warm, throw a little bit of whipped butter on them, fucking fold that shit over, and then what happens is you fold it into a sandwich with the banana slices on the inside, chocolate chips, and some butter, and you bite into that shit, and you go on with your day. I don't need something, okay? It's you know what it is? It's like yeah, okay. You remember when you started dating people in the beginning, right? Like in the beginning, you didn't understand why this woman who you brought home or you were dating or whatever went to bed so beautiful, woke up, looked the exact same. You're like, God damn, she's so perfect, man. That's part of that whole scam I told you that women are the biggest scammers in marriage in the world. That's a big scam. I didn't realize until I actually woke up one day that these motherfuckers wake up before you, go into the bathroom, use the bathroom, and then reapply their makeup, get back in bed and go, act like they're all asleep and like, oh, just woke up. Oh, how are you doing? You fucking liar. Okay, because when I see you and you look like goddamn Gollum after he's had the ring for 5 years, okay, that shit is a 500. Fucking lie, okay?
500. 5 years, he was
500
doing fine.
years. I'm sorry. I was trying to be generous. Okay, I wasn't trying to talk about my ex.
You know that song. You remember that bed intruder song with the guy who says they're climbing in their windows, they're snatching their people up, trying to rape them. So you better
hide your kids, hide your wife. They rape everybody.
The rant that you just went on about the pancakes and the syrup. I ain't no bitch. Whatever. Like somebody in your DJ chat, please take that entire 60 seconds and make a rap song with it. Put it to some synth wave or something. Get him going, man. Put it to some melody. That was that was
Have you
ridiculous.
heard all the songs from my channel that have been made?
That needs to be made into one. That needs to be made into one. Guys, we are off the rails
I go
here.
on the weirdest fucking rants, but it keeps people entertained on my stream, so I do what I got to do.
According to an article on
we're back to syrup, sorry.
the maple syrup thief must pay $9.1 million in fines, Supreme Court rules. I didn't know there was a maple syrup thief, but apparently in Canada, there is a maple syrup thief. There's been a heist. There's been a maple syrup heist.
We talked about the maple syrup cartel on a previous podcast.
We did. Richard Vallieres, fined for 2011-2012 syrup heist, had been reduced to $1 million on appeal. Canada's highest courts. Wait, hold on. Where's the actual story?
How do you offload that much maple syrup? That's my question. It's not about how do you get that much. Like, I understand that. I understand the stealing. I understand. But how do you offload that much? It's like these people that say, man, I wish I was in a beach in Miami and I found a big, package of a giant kilo of cocaine. First of all, no, you don't, because that shit's being watched and you're about to get, I've watched enough cartel videos to know what the fuck's about to happen to you. I watched a video the other night right before bed of them actually cutting a guy's arms and legs off while he was still alive. It was insane.
What?
But
why
the thing
did you watch that before you went to bed?
It soothes me. But then on top of that, the other thing is how are you going to offload? How are you going to offload that much? How do you offload $2 million worth of maple syrup?
It says the stolen syrup was worth more than $18 million, but Vallieres said during his trial that he had sold it for $10 million and had made a $1 million profit. 10% margins? What's that whole heist to just make a 10% margin? What? That's like that episode.
He didn't. Of course he's going to lowball them. That's what he had to pay back. He probably made like 30%. He's got $2 million stashed somewhere.
It says the ruling states that the fine must serve a dual objective of depriving Vallieres of the proceeds of crime and deterring him and others from carrying out a similar offense again. It says the maple syrup theft was uncovered in 2012 during a routine check at the central warehouse by the Federation representing Quebec maple syrup producers. It is the largest theft ever investigated by Quebec provincial police. Bro, I'm with you. How are you going to offload
$18 million worth of syrup? How do you get it? And who bought it? Who bought it? I want to know what back alley shady deal happened where somebody was like, hey man, I've got $15 million of maple syrup. You want to buy it? Fuck yeah, let's do this. Like, how does that transaction take place?
That guy was like, yo,
and how?
He's like, yo, you think that syrup's hot?
Craigslist? Like, how do you find a buyer for that? And what is this, like some fucking Waffle House executive? like, hey man, I got a good deal for you. I know, prices are going up, man. Like, what is this?
Dude's like, man, I really need a Waffle House exec's like, man, if I'm gonna hit my bonuses, I better juice up our margins, man. I better find some hot maple syrup, some back alley maple syrup deal. I need to get a better.
I have more questions than anything about
our
this
cogs
story.
are going up. I better find a guy. I need a guy.
You know what we should do is I feel like deterrence is very important. I feel like we should do what the Vikings and others did back using the maple syrup in the old days. One thing they used to do in 1,000, 2,000 years ago as a punishment is they would take two wooden canoes and they would cut a hole at the top and a hole on the sides, and they would encase you in them, and your arms and your head would be sticking out, and they would float you on a bog lake, right? And what they would do is they would only feed you honey and syrup, okay? A little bit of water to keep you alive and honey and syrup. Why? What would happen is it would cause your bowels to continue to dispense, and you would dispense your feces and the honey as well because it wouldn't all digest, and bugs would come in, and you can't move. And you're on this lake where all these bugs are at, and they would start hatching on you, and the larva would start eating you alive, starting with your bowels, going inside and through you, and you would be eaten alive, and it would continue every single day to give you water and honey, and you would slowly be eaten alive by bugs and larvae, and it was a horrific death, and it would take a month.
No way people did that. No way.
That's true.
That might have been done once.
No, here you go. Hold on.
That was a practice of Vikings, is what you just said?
Yeah,
we're gonna need a link. I'm gonna Google Vikings.
It's called scaphism.
What's it called?
Scaphism. Here, I'll send you the Wikipedia article right here. It was so prominent that there's actually a Wikipedia article of it. I'll send it to you right now in the open chat.
Oh my God, that sounds horrific. What you just described.
In Greek, also known as the boats, is an ancient Persian of execution mentioned in a book where you entail trapping the victim between two boats, feeding and covering them with milk and honey, and allowing them to fester and be devoured by insects and other vermin over time.
Sorry, I got distracted by this GIF that you sent.
What GIF?
Of you doing something with your tongue.
Oh, that should not have gone to you. That was supposed to be for the Madrinas Discord.
Okay, that's okay, even better. Okay, scaphism, also known as the boats, is an alleged ancient Persian method of execution mentioned by Plutarch in his life of Artaxerxes. It ostensibly entailed trapping the victim between two boats, like you said, feeding and covering them with milk and honey, and allowing them to fester, be devoured by insects and other vermin over time. Wow, bro. What? Humans, bro. Who comes up with that? I couldn't have even thought that would happen.
Yeah, scaphism was terrible. It was horrible. And I could send you videos of it. A today experiment that they did. They took a pig body and did the same thing with it just to see. Obviously, it was dead, so it was not as painful. But they wanted to see how long it would take, and it was horrific. There was nothing you could do either because you're tied or you're captured in between these things, and the human body refuses to just die.
Yeah, so it will
continue to drink the milk and the honey, and you will continue to do this. And because you can't do it, you feel it going inside you. The maggots start to eat your skin and your face, and then other bugs come in, and then then frogs will come do it, and then when it starts to fester, then the flies come in. It's just horrible.
Oh my God!
Hopefully, I apologize if anybody's listening to this during dinner time.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. That whole thing, scaphism. I don't really recommend.
I would say if you're gonna kill me, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna feed me with sugar, I'd rather go out with milk and honey. Do not feed me blueberry KitKats.
What's your beef with blueberry KitKats?
It's just that I'm sure they taste amazing, but I'm not ready to get fucked with my childhood memories. Okay, Oreos. I was super on board with Oreos when they started testing stuff, and then they just went too far. Okay, they were like, okay, here's some mint, here's some marshmallow flavor, here's some peanut butter flavor. I'm like, okay, here's some birth cake. That's fine. Coca-Cola flavor. Wait a second. Hot cinnamon. Whoa. Okay, buttered popcorn. It's just too fucking far.
It says, guys, article on yahoo.com. It says the new KitKat blueberry muffin bar makes candy acceptable for breakfast. I mean, I don't know. People
sounds good. I think I'm jumping the gun on this.
People were already eating KitKat for breakfast, bro. They were already eating. I think
blueberry actually might be good because you know something? I was really skeptical of those Hershey Gold that came out with the caramel and pretzel Hershey Kisses, and they became my favorite Hershey. So, I maybe I should try it first. You know what I'll do?
It came out with a lemon one last year. It was really good. A lime
you also
one.
Eat pineapple on pizza. Shut the hell up. So what I'm getting at is that I'm going to try this between now and next podcast if I remember, and we're going to revisit this. But the problem is that it's the slippery slope thing, right? Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Okay, and that's my problem. It's like, yeah, this might be good, but if I reinforce this behavior, they're just going to come out with like next year they're going to have dill pickle KitKat, and then where are we? Where are we as a race? We're as a society, we've lost it. I mean, that right, a dill pickle KitKat will be the official end of Rome sign for America.
I was at an ice cream place this past weekend, and they had a pickled flavored ice cream.
And those people should have been shot.
I shot, scaphismed. I don't know, bro. Neither, probably.
Scaphism would be if they went like I don't know, mayonnaise flavored ice cream. That would be
mayonnaise is a popular ingredient in chocolate cake.
Yeah, I've used mayonnaise before in a lot of that. It's almost the same as a lot of what they already use. What is mayonnaise? It's just vinegar and egg.
I don't know. It just keeps it moist. From what I understand, it keeps it moist. But this blueberry muffin,
oil and egg or whatever.
This blueberry muffin KitKat looks amazing. Who doesn't love a blueberry muffin? Bro.
It's not that I don't love it. It's just like it's always the slippery slope. Like it's like, hey, I'm all about getting a finger in my butt, right? Like, don't get me wrong. My wife wants to slip a finger in there. I'm cool with that. But is that going to lead to pegging is what I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? Like the next thing I know, we're getting down and all of a sudden I hear the door creak open. I look over and there's a shadow and it's my wife's shadow, but there's a different shape this time, a shape that's rather large in an area of her body of the silhouette that I'm not used to seeing. And so at first I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's holding something. Maybe it's a ball gag. Maybe it's a leather whip. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing of shaving cream, not shaving cream, but whipped cream. Maybe she's into something. And then as she passes by the bed, a little light trickles down from the stars outside and it takes shape and it's a 8-inch dildo strapped to her. And I'm tied up and there's nothing I can do. I thought we were having freaky time. And now I'm at a point where, okay, I'm sorry, I'm blacking out again. Let's keep going. I think I'm sorry. We went from blueberry KitKat to my wife sexually assaulting me. So let's just get back to where we were.
I don't know if that sounded like assault. That sounded like consent, but
it's not consent. I'm tied up. I said a finger in my butt I'm cool with, but I'm worried what it could lead to.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like you were excited to what it could lead to. Blueberry muffin KitKat is definitely something that I'm going to try this summer.
I don't want that in my butt either.
Last summer, there was a lime one, whatever. KitKat's messing around with some new flavors. Guys, if you see it at the C-store or whatever, just give it a go. Why not? I'm going to give it a go. I'm glad you showed me this.
Are you old enough to remember when girls used to take tampons, soak them in vodka, and stick them up inside them and get drunk at school?
Yeah. Also, people started doing anal bongs of their beer and their vodka and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I remember when coffee enemas were a thing.
I don't really know what a coffee enema is.
I do, and I found out the hard way that it needs to be extra finely ground.
What does that mean?
Just don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. You're just going to move on from that.
I'm not going to talk about coffee enema. I can't believe we've heard some of the stuff we've heard today. I mean, some of the stuff. What do you mean you can't believe it? This is 20 episodes in. I mean, I can't believe that scaphism and your wife pegging you with an 8-inch dildo came up today. Very specifically.
You talked about sitting down to pee last stream. And the stream before that, or the podcast before that, we went on a 20-minute tangent on sex robots.
It's 3 a.m.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's because it's 3 a.m. I'm tired. I'm lazy. It's
what about
dark.
the sex robots?
The sex robots that was a story, bro. That was a story. The employer brought up a sex.
Okay, we talked about Carrabba's and how good breadsticks at Olive Garden are.
Yeah, very, very mild compared to some of the topics of today.
This is why we can't take breaks, okay? Because we get off track and then this happens. This is the result of you canceling podcasts. My wife told me to cancel tonight too, and she's pissed that I'm doing this podcast because I got to pick up her in-laws tomorrow. My in-laws.
Speaking of. The sex robots and full-on automation.
I feel like we should just wrap it up at this point. Like the only stories we have left are the first black female to become the Supreme Court justice.
We can't bring that up now.
Pulling over a driverless car and moon dust. Like, I don't know how we transition into that.
I'm going to play this video real quick. This is a video showing a cop pulling over a driverless car. I don't really have a story. They don't really give any body of the story here. It's just a video on CNN, but it's some sort of driverless car service, kind of like an Uber, but with driverless cars. It's running an ad real quick, but it pulls the cop pulls the car over, and then the guy proceeds to be very confused. So hold on, I'm gonna play the video.
Ride service operating in San Francisco.
I cannot believe this is happening.
But imagine you're the police pulling over a car and finding no one behind the wheel. Who you gonna ticket?
Ain't nobody in it.
A San Francisco police officer tried to open the door. The passerby who shot the video said the window did roll down. Everyone's favorite part?
This is the great part. Cop goes back to his car. Robo-taxi says, see ya. Drives off.
So anyway,
Chevy Bolt.
He just, the robo-taxi, whatever, just pieces out. The cop's confused. He's like, ain't nobody in the car. And he like walks back to his cop car. And then the robo car just takes off down the road. Like, what is this world we live in, man? Here's the thing. Here's what we need. We need a politician to come out with a major platform that says by the year 2050 or the year 2040, we need a full-on driverless autonomous vehicle infrastructure built in addition to our current, automated, driver card infrastructure. We need that because this isn't going to work.
Because I want because I want little old granny fucking driving 20 miles an hour in one lane while I got an autonomous vehicle doing, keeping pace in the other lane, and fucking, people trying to cross the street and bicycles and everything else going on at the same time. That's what I want in my world. You know what I want? I want a fucking underground bullet train. That's what I want. Give me an underground bullet train. Let me go anywhere in a short amount of time. And you know why I want that? Because number one, it'll be too expensive for shitty people to get on it. Number two, if there's an accident, I ain't going to feel it. Okay? I ain't going to feel it. 600 miles an hour, that thing hits something, it's over. Lights out, blink of an eye, no pain, I'm fucking good. So I feel like that's what I want.
You would never use that.
What are you talking about?
You would never use that bullet train. You wouldn't use it.
I don't even leave my house unless I have to. I always get these ideas like, hey, I'm going to go do something. Nah.
That's exactly what I just said. You wouldn't even use the damn thing. I also have a wife who
doesn't let me do a lot of shit. Like the whole going to LA was a whole fucking thing. My poor in-laws are landing tomorrow morning from India. I got to get them and go put them up in an Airbnb for 2 days of quarantine because my wife's still freaking out about this stupid shit.
Yeah, and what you described about the driverless cars with the driver cars, that's what I want to avoid. We need a secondary road system existing either above it.
There's people that really want flying cars. I mean,
we don't need flying cars.
No, we don't need flying cars. We already got drones coming that are going to get shot down. Flying cars are just, I'd rather get hit by a fucking asteroid than look up and see goddamn DUI fucking drivers from other countries. Just like, I mean, it's in Florida. Okay, people say, oh, the traffic's bad in LA. Yeah, it is. You got a lot of traffic. I get it. Traffic's bad in Atlanta. Yeah. Oh, our traffic's so much worse. Yeah, your time in traffic is much more worse. Ours is much more dangerous. Okay, you know what? You may be sitting an extra hour in traffic, but I don't know if I'm making it home because every now and then I see a truck go by with a fucking cardboard license plate, or there's somebody drunk drinking a goddamn beer and a guy's doing cocaine in the next one, and there's a midget with one arm dancing on a stripper pole in the bed of the truck going 90 miles an hour, and there's a dog cage on the top that has a person wearing a full leather outfit and a ball gag. And I'm like, I can't drive with this distraction.
All right. No, you can't. I don't even know how to process.
The old people here.
I don't even know how to process the last part, the ball gag part. But guys, thank you all for being here. This was episode 20. Wide range of stuff today. We learned a lot about a lot of good stuff. I learned about escapism, and I wish I didn't know about that. We learned about a lot of good stuff today. Stocky has a rant for us. Stocky, it's called "quote unquote" good dads.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a rant, and this is gonna be completely off character of what you just heard for the last hour. But my rant today is: can we stop calling dads who spend time with their kids good fathers and good dads? And I'm not trying to shit on those people, but every time that I'm out, because I take my daughter out, and I'm lucky to have this. I'm not shitting on anybody who works hard to support their family. That's not what I'm talking about. But I started ending my stream a little bit earlier over the past 6 months because I've given myself a promise, and that is I'm going to spend 1 hour with my daughter a day, no matter what. Okay, and we go to the park, we walk, we drive, we play everything. We're always outside playing. She's got neighborhood fans, and every time I'm walking or I'm out with her, people are saying, "Oh, you're such a good dad. You're such a good father. You're such a great father." And I'm thinking to myself, why? Because I'm playing with my kid? Like, why is it that when a dad is doing something with their kid, even the most mundane bullshit, he's such a great father? But if a mother does it, no one says anything because it's just her job. Like, she's expected to do that. But as dads, you go out and just do what you're supposed to do as a parent. All of a sudden, you're a fucking superhero. No, stop. I mean, yes, it's great to give people encouragement for doing something, but they don't need encouragement for doing what they're supposed to do. Either encourage the moms when you see a mom by herself out shopping with the kids screaming, or at the park playing with them saying, "Wow, you're such a good mother," or don't tell dads that they're that and just shit on the bad parents. Okay, we need to it's not about reinforcing good parents. It's about getting bad parents to be good parents. I don't mean to rant on this, but I cannot believe the amount of people who say I'm a great dad. Why? Because I'm playing with my kid? That's what I'm supposed to do as a parent. It has nothing to do with being a dad or a mom. So I guess what I'm getting at is it's kind of unfair to mothers out there that they do so much. And it's not that, oh, mothers, like I'll tell you what, just so you know, I'm not simping and white knighting here. I hate when somebody says, "Oh, happy Father's Day." And to all the mothers out there pulling double duty, fuck you. Fuck you, you piece of shit, white knight soapbox motherfucker, okay? Don't fucking do that shit, okay? There's single dads out there doing it too, okay? We're not here to say, oh, thanks for pulling double duty, okay? That's not what I'm about. What I'm about is parents need to be parents, okay? You want to find the difference between members of society or demographics or social, economic, or regions or whatever. Find groups of people, groups of families, groups of whatever that focus on family and education. When and I know it's not, it's not always perfect, but even if you split up with your wife or your husband, still be a part of the child's life and don't look at them as a fucking burden, okay? Because all you're going to do is raise somebody who loathes you, hates you, and is not going to be there for you if you need them. Listen, if you're going to pump out a fucking kid, take care of the goddamn kid. But at the same time, we need to stop this whole shit where we praise a father playing with his kid because a lot of fathers don't do it. Okay, but he's just doing what he's supposed to do. Nobody comes to me and I park good at a grocery store, and when I get out of the car, people go, wow, man, great parking job, great park. No, you see somebody double park, you say, hey, asshole, park, you fucking dumb shit. You scare them or you shame them into doing a good job. That's how we should be as a society. Listen, I think it's great when a father's doing their thing, but a mother does their thing too. Stop fucking looking at dads that are doing their job and praising them for it, okay? We don't need the fucking praise. It's not like, oh, nobody praised me today, I'm not going to be a good father. I'm a good father because that's what I'm supposed to do. Either fucking praise a mother when you see them and saying, hey, you're a good mother, or don't praise anybody and shit on the bad people. I'm sorry, that's my rant. Get fucked. Also, if you don't fucking speaking of parking outside of a grocery store, I've already had the rant about the shopping carts. You know what pisses me off even more is I was in the grocery store, brought my wife and kid. They're in the thing. I go in the grocery store, I come out, and someone didn't even put the shopping cart on the side of the road, put it right by my fucking door. Not only did you have to worry about the wind blowing it and hurting somebody else, some poor kid's got to go get it. Now I have to move your fucking cart from my goddamn door. You, whoever you are, I don't wish bad things on anyone, but I hope to God that somehow you get a small dent in your rim and you don't realize it, and you constantly have a flat tire, and you go every other day, every time you get in the morning and you're almost late to work because you have to go fill up your fucking tire. And after the end of the week of almost being late both times, filling it up, you go to you change your tire out and you go pay money to get a new tire. And you know something? That tire isn't working either. So now you're getting frustrated. So now you're pumping air in and you're late to work and you're not late enough to get fired, but it's just a fucking inconvenience, okay? And you know what? You finally figure out what it is. You pay to get it fixed up, and then you get home, you take off your shoes, you're in your nice, warm, cozy socks, and you step in water. Fuck you.
What would make a good dad? What's the thing a dad would do?
A good dad. I mean, I'm not saying you have to spend an hour or 2 hours or all your whole life with your kid because, you're obviously, a lot of fathers are out working hard and stuff like that. But obviously don't give up your family just for financial gain and career things like that, because at the end of the day, when you're old and when you're into your life, money doesn't matter, but those people that are with you matter. But I think a good father is the same thing as it's not about a good father or a good mother. It's just being a good parent. That's what I'm trying to get at. My whole rant was we need to be good parents. Focus on good parenting.
Yeah, and I understand. So I'm asking, is spending time with your kid is par for being a good parent? What would be something that you do for your kid that warrants the praise?
No, it's not about spending time. It's about spending quality time. It's better to spend 30 minutes of quality time with your kid a day than it is 3 hours of you guys sitting across from each other fucking playing on your phones at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I see that all the time when I go out. You know what I mean? It's like, especially fathers who are on their 1 weekend a month visit, they're just sitting there and they're both playing fucking games on their phone or whatever. Like, it's like, dude, quality time. Like, I didn't get it, so I'm not trying to sit here like I don't know what it's like to be a kid that has a supportive, loving family and cares about them, but be engaged. Like, my daughter loves fucking airplanes. Okay, she sees airplanes, she goes, airplane. So you know what I did? I point them out, and you know what I did? There's a little executive airport nearby. I took her there. You know what I mean? And we watched the airplanes take off and land, and it was the greatest fucking day of her life. You know what I mean? Like, I was noticing the interest she had, and I wanted to explore that. And if she's into it, cool. If she's not, then I'll move off from it. But that's what I do. She loves playing in the swing. I went and bought a swing. It's not about that. Even if you don't have money, it's about being interested, showing interest, and not being annoyed, and supporting the things that they want, and that they are, cultivate and help grow that passion, because it might change their life and it might change yours.
Stocky, taking your daughter to the airport. You're a good dad.
Fuck you, okay? I just got done saying that that's not about being a good dad. It's being a fucking
We need to get him on the
parent,
road. Let's
okay?
get
You are a
a
shithead.
Let's get
Listen. All right, wait till you have a kid. Mel, if you're in here, listen. I want him sitting down and peeing in all of the bathrooms in the house, not just the one by the bedroom. Take charge of this man.
Let's get him out of here. Let's get the last text, guys. The tradition for the last moments of the Stock Guy and Alex show. Stocky reads us.
What happened to us?
We spoke for an hour is what happened. And now we're here. And the last moments of every episode of the Stock Guy and Alex show, Stocky reads to us his latest or his longest message that he left on Red. It's called Stocky on Red. It's actually
the
not
longest message, just the longest since
2018.
I did.
You're in 2018. So Stocky has not read probably 500 text messages. He has 500 unopened
I think
text
I'm down
messages.
under 500. I'll have to check.
Maybe at 490 unread text messages. His longest unopened text message since what is it?
Unread, yeah. The longest unread I have.
It's been a lot of work stuff. So
yeah, it's a lot of work stuff, and there's school stuff too, and there's also a lot of shit that's there from flight stuff like that. So I just like to look at the ones that that we don't have. Okay, this one is from August 27th, 2018, and I wrote, "Totally forgot to text you. They don't take reservations, so we'll see you guys at 9 a.m. Just text me for some reason." Oh wait, this is the one I read you last time. It's for still on unread. This is the one from my brother and his wife. They were late to breakfast, and we talked about the Grove Park Inn.
And then what was the one after that?
Never mind. Here it is. This is from 3 days later. I said, "Good morning, Andrea. This is Jason. We had a call out at 7 a.m. and I was seeing if you wanted to pick up a shift." And they responded 2 days later, "Hey, I'm just now seeing this, but no, I won't be able to. Sorry."
Okay, that doesn't warrant a response. They were 2 days late.
I probably fired them.
They were 2 days late, and it was a closed conversation. No reason to open that one. That one can stay closed, even if you already opened it. You can even mark it as unread. Guys, thank you all for being here today. This is episode 20 of the Stock Guy and Alex Show, the podcast covering topics around the world.
I just found one. Oh my!
Is that for next episode? Don't open it. That's for next episode, unless you want to do it now. Should we save it?
So
we're doing it now.
No, I can't do it.
We're saving it for next week. Guys, come on back to episode 21 of the Stock Guy and Alex Show. That'll be next week. This was episode 20.
Oh my God.
This show can be watched, listened, and viewed on YouTube and Spotify. Guys, follow the show on all the socials. And we will see you guys next week for apparently what is the greatest cliffhanger in the history of Stocky on Red. Because I need to know what this is.
I'm just going to say that this is from a website that's now has been shut down for a couple of years, but I was a concierge trying to do something for a high-end client. Oh my God.
Okay, guys, we'll be back next week, and we will see you all there. Guys, one love. Please enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for being here with us. Stocky, any last words?
I got to delete this message. I got to delete a lot of messages from my phone if it's still there. Oh my God.
One love, everybody. We'll see you next week.